we're going to start. So, you good, guys? You good, guys? It's Ariella. Ariella.
All right, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, a branch here in Chicago, with our honored guest, all right, from Houston, mighty man of the Lord. So with that, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, B'Kak Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that is doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the would-be judges, the 144,000 ordained to be the ruling class people over all nations, over all governments, over all other people. All right, and his name is Yahweh Shai. All right, who's setting this whole thing up, not JC. Okay, this is ordained by Yahweh Shai for it to be so. All right, and to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled birds, the Israelite foreigners, among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing. Black. All right, and to the very few sisters, the aqua that are listening and learning, we say shalom. We just jump right into this thing because I'm still hot about conversation I really couldn't go into because of where I was. Yesterday, and then it popped up again on the internet. And these especially these fly by night, Christians, and then these add water Hebrews, just woke up to the fact they're Israelite, 2 days ago. Right, and they already an elder, and they trying to correct and change the doctrine, bringing that Christianism within the Hebrew thing. This is, look, Christianity is a complete and total fabricated lie, man. Okay, it's been used for nothing but to push Edomite superiority, man, throughout the world, and that's just a brutal, uncomfortable truth for many of you people. All right, because it is exactly what I just called it. It is a racist way to push Edomite, or what they fraudulently call white superiority. Okay, and there's always talking about love, but never showing no love. Right, doing all manner of wickedness and evilness. And then all of a sudden, these people want to get all on the internet and start pointing out who the Antichrist is. Like we wait for this one dude. This one dude gonna show up in a damn tuxedo and a suit with some dark ass glasses on and just be cold and wicked as fuck.
It is odd.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's that History Channel doctrine.
Okay, that don't exist, man. That's not. Look, anything that goes against the scriptures is the spirit of the Antichrist.
That's it.
Okay. You got something? Bring it out, brother.
This 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists.
Right, see? There are many, it's not just one. If you push an alphabet lifestyle, you are an Antichrist.
That's right.
If you pushing the woman over the man, you are Antichrist.
If you call on Jesus Christ, you are
Antichrist.
If you're about this present temporal evil world, you are an Antichrist.
There you go.
Oh yeah, if you believe in the Virgin Mary birth, you're an Antichrist because you gotta believe Yahweh Shai came in the flesh.
Yep.
Exactly.
In the flesh, he had to be born. That wasn't Solomon the 7th chapter.
And if you believe in the rapture, that certain people are going to get picked up, and then there's going to be 7 years of hell on earth, and the rest of those remain that's chosen got to prove themselves through and live through this hell. No, man, the Lord didn't say he was coming back the third time. Right. He said he's coming back once, man. Absolutely.
This is the Greek word for Antichrist, Antichristos, or Antichristos. Antichristos. The adversary of the Messiah is the outline of biblical usage. The strong definition goes into an opponent of the Messiah. That means anyone, opponent means someone in opposition
Right.
of the Messiah. Who's in opposition to Messiah? Nate, you know, Satan saying that, oh, look, they tried to name the Babylonites, ha ha ha. All right, to goddamn it, the paganators, to all the wicked niggas on the left-hand side who call themselves Israelites, to your preachers, to your mama, your dad, anybody. And that's why it's billions. When you say it's billions of Antichrist, it's billions and billions
Yeah,
and
if you're
billions.
a Muslim,
Yes.
if you're into Krishna, if
Yes.
you're into Buddhism,
Yes.
all of those
Yes.
are Antichrist.
Yes.
Absolutely, brother.
This is to back up the whole point, but that definition goes right with it. It's Matthew 12 and 30.
I'm holding it right now.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. So if you're not gathering, you're scattering. You're against Yahweh Shai. And if you're against his servants, you're against him. Yahweh Shai said that. All right? If you're against us, you're against him. You're against the one that sent him.
That's right.
All right? Hey, 1 John says, hereby know we, them that are the spirit, they hear us.
That's it.
So you're Antichrist, you don't believe us, man. Because what we're saying, our word is the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's
A
right.
more sure word of prophecy.
He said, if you offend one of these little ones, you know what I'm saying? He said, he took a child. See, you offend one of these little ones, you're against the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You got to select.
This is 1 John 5 and 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record God gave of his Son. And this is the record that God gave, giving us eternal life. And this life is in his Son. And he that have the Son have life, and he that have not the Son, God hath not life. He haven't given him life. So by being against the Lord, man, you're going to die. Right? You're not going to make it out of here on the first trip. And the Lord is not going to just like let you lay down and go to sleep and you just wake up in the kingdom. You know? Or you just wake up in the kingdom, whether you are Israelite in the kingdom or a heathen in the kingdom. If you are on the shores of America, or no matter where you are in the world, if you're against Yahweh Shai, all right, your exit of this world is going to be painfully gross. That's something that I can promise you. You're not just gonna get to, it's not gonna be quick.
That's right.
Exactly. The Lord, he's a king of terrors. It's gonna be bad, man.
Enemy of the Lord.
That's part of your punishment, especially you 2/3.
Yeah, it says how much sore punishment should they be? That says how they died between witnesses. It says how much sore punishment are them that have trampled underfoot the grace of the Lord, man. So here it is, the Lord has died for us. We have this grace, and you saying fuck that, fuck what you did for me.
Pretty much.
It was some more off the meat off what Kana said brought off. I want to pop a shot. I'm gonna recap what he hit. And no homo. So I hate this, man. I hate you, but we ain't gotta say that shit no fucking more. I'm so serious, man.
We can't even talk no more.
You know what I'm saying? Can't have a fucking conversation without having to worry about you being
with these weird people that made conversation strange.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta clarify.
That's right. Right. This is back to 1 John 2 and 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it's the last time. They went out from us, but they were not all of us. That's why the Spirit had me cussing out Nate in these wicked ass camps, because they act like they're the authorities of Habashiach when they're not. They're fucking the antithesis of it. All right.
And you also see many videos like Elder Benazar. You see a lot of Israelite, most of them is women too, just coming out bashing the camps. How y'all Israel? Who put y'all in charge? This, that, and the third. They just revealing themselves, man.
That's
Yep.
Right. Now you got a new thing with them. They all tripping like, about the Hebrew Mexicans now.
Yeah.
It's like where y'all been?
Right.
Since 1969. The 12 tribe sign has the entire Northern Kingdom on it, dumbasses.
Yep.
Like they just so shocked. Like I thought this was a black only thing.
Right.
That's why Mexico got that black nigga on their team.
Kenya's
Yeah, that's going crazy.
But the show
Hey, I think
is
Moreno.
educated off of reels.
Yeah.
They watching 2-minute reels or compilations of videos.
Idiots that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're dipping and dapping and don't know what's
Them
happening.
same guys are them add water Israelites. That's
Yeah.
what you can't be studying. You can't take the time to study and learn this. All right. First of all, the Lord got to give it to you.
Yep.
But if you can't, you just can't. I remember, when Mike Ali used to say it. He used to say, you can't learn this in one day. You can't. You can't. Like, I can't just give you the super breakdown. Now I can give you understanding where you know and you believe, and only the Lord. I can only give the seed. Only the Lord can water.
Yep.
But I can give you that when you like, damn man, this got to be the truth. Okay, that's fine. But you're not gonna be. But you can't go from that moment to go setting up your camera and being this great orator, breaking down. You don't know yet.
Got the turban on.
Right.
It's a little bit more. This is
Yes.
they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because you know not the truth, but because you know it, and that no lie is of the truth. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that Yahushua is Hamashiach, he is Antichrist. That denieth the Father and the Son. Anybody who denies Yahweh the Father, Yahushua the Son, is an Antichrist. Anybody who's not with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the pure doctrine, all right? Anyone who's against the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is an Antichrist.
Which includes his will, his plan,
Yes.
and his righteousness.
Yes, and his way, yes.
Yep, and the plan is to destroy this present temporal evil world and the wicked power structure that be to get to the eternal righteous kingdom. So if you're not about the eternal righteous kingdom and the destruction of this present temporal evil world and the power structure that be, you are an Antichrist. You had something?
Yeah, I was just gonna add, man, that's the importance of having 100% truth.
That's it.
Because Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. So when you teaching against any part of the doctrine, you're taking away from his legacy. You're taking away from the importance of who Yahushua is to us, man.
That's it.
He's our only connection to the Most High.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a quick precept. This is John 15.
It's a
Oh,
lie.
okay. This is Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to his word, it is because there is no light in them. All these Johnny-come-latelys and whatnot, like the Elder Malcolm was saying, y'all don't know enough to teach this cleanly and clearly and directly. You need to get, like I said, get to listen to the GMS men that's putting these videos out and try to bring your knowledge up.
Yeah.
Just so you can interact.
You got these groups of guys that, it's always some new group or some new acronym.
Right.
The We Feed or whatever.
Wi-Fi.
A couple of them that's already disappeared. Those were formerly of the sick Kari. Okay, and you got these groups that just pop up, all right, and out of nowhere, and they and that was Murph, the first person I heard say that, these add water Israelites, man. Add water, and all of a sudden a garment and a sign pop up.
They like that little dinosaur, the little fucking sponge. You used to have.
Oh yeah, chill pack.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put a quart of water. That's some Jake, man.
Post-COVID,
Yeah, post-pandemic elder.
post-pandemic,
That's
teachers.
garments in the business.
That especially the ones that got the matching garments.
Yeah.
Everybody got the same T-shirt or the same, same garment. Right? That right there is a sign. Another sign that you probably shouldn't be listening to them if they're speaking through a microphone.
Exactly.
If they're standing on the corner with a microphone, that's a set-up group.
Con.
All right? They're not there. They're either there to make money or they're there to pervert the gospel. All right? And not really teach the truth, man.
That's true.
I got one. Is somebody holding something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me read this real quick, man. This is Ecclesiastes 12:14. But God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil, man. So if it's not of Yahweh Bashem Shai, of the actual true doctrine, the new song, and because that's what we're teaching. All right, that's what we were taught, and that's what we're now teaching. And that's the gospel that has to go to the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. And look what's happening in the world. Because that God love everybody and rapture doctrine, that's been going on for
1,000 years.
well, well, not that long, but way too long. Hundreds of years, man. I think the rapture is a little over 100 years old.
Oh,
That doctrine.
Oh,
And then the God love everybody,
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
cheese and rice doctrine.
Man, bro.
That's 500 years old. And matter of fact, they were preaching that God love everybody and peace and love while they were committing the most atrocious acts of genocide, rape, murder, robbery, land theft, all that in the name of Jesus.
Cheese and
Yeah.
rice.
All in the name of cheese and rice.
Burning you at the stake.
I'm like St. Benji. I don't even like saying that word. Man.
Yeah.
That J word. All
I
right.
love you while you getting burned at the
Right,
stake.
they like the dude from the movie. I come in peace.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that
I come in
nigga.
peace.
That was Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
Yeah, that nigga played that funny.
Right, he's stabbing up, shooting up.
Yeah.
Draining motherfucking brain matter.
Telling you what that he come in peace. And I'm like, damn, if that ain't the epitome of an Edomite.
Yeah.
All right,
Still
as
white
he's
Christian.
kicking in your door with shotguns with bayonets on the end of them, talking about how he's coming in peace.
They sold you a lot of that hate in that movie you told us to watch, 24th.
Oh man,
That shit, man. Them Edomites, hey, Esau got a lot to pay for, man.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Shit, they showed you that. They trying to get that lady locked up for smoking that Edomite in the Walmart parking lot, man.
Yeah, I
When
seen
they
that
initially
shit.
did the investigation, they let the lady go. It was stand your ground. But these Edomites are hurt.
well they don't like it when the law works for Jake.
Jake got
Exactly.
the gun. Ain't no fun when Jake got the gun, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I always said, I find it very entertaining the lengths they go to justify murder on one end and stupidity on the other end. That's very telling, man. Anybody with common sense knows if somebody pull a banger on me, I don't give a fuck. I'm walking the other way.
Common sense ain't so
And
common.
she was fleeing from him. She was kept backing away from him.
God,
Yeah.
At some point, it's like, okay, you get shot now.
God.
But they justified the damn gook. They
Exactly.
chased the nigga down.
They shot him in
They
the
shot
back
him.
while he's running away from him.
Exactly.
Not pointing a weapon.
Make America great again. This is back in the day. They had the freedom, just like the movie we watched the other day, the 24th.
Yeah.
Bob Bishop Brothers. You need to watch the 24th.
You gotta watch
It's a
it.
good movie, too.
I'm talking to the people on YouTube Land too, and but here
There's an order for them too, Ed.
to the spirit, brother. Y'all, it's going to vex your spirits. It's going to anger your spirits. But I promise you, it's getting you in the spirit of what Esau is trying to make America back to again. When we do not matter.
Right in your face.
In your face. It don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about where you come from, what you got. Don't care about your DDS, your MLB, your LT degrees, whatever the fuck you got. They don't care. When America's great, we were under them hook, line, and sinker, under their foot in every single fucking way.
I said it yesterday. The best. I said it yesterday on the line. The better your hell is, the better your heaven is, the worse our hell is. The worse y'all hell gonna be, the greatest the kingdom gonna be.
That's right.
That's how much shit y'all gonna be in when we get our hands on y'all.
That's it. So play your
Spirit
game.
and power of the Lord.
That's right.
I
Have your
can't
fun.
wait.
You know what I'm saying? Both sides exposing you and all the things that you fucking do.
Just like that, the Bacon Rebellion that the Elder Malcolm always bring out. That whiteness protected them, and that's what they talking about, making America great again, man.
Exactly.
That's all that is, man.
That's exactly it.
Low class, so-called white
They
men.
want to go back to that.
Yep.
A pure white Christian.
Well, this Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double. Like y'all saying, these Edomites gonna have to get double for what they did.
And not
all
only
of
them,
the wickedness,
all the heathens.
yeah, all the heathens. But
Joined in too.
but you Edomites for sure, man. Y'all gotta get it, man, because y'all do all of these things to Jake, but then turn around when it happens to you, you want to get mad when Jake get justified. No, man, you have to get your judgment. Like them nigga women that beat up that Edomite in the parking lot as well. The video, they ended up beating his ass real bad because he tried to jump on them on some bull crap, and he was the antagonizer.
Yeah, them
so they whooped him. They whooped him.
Beat that nigga down.
Yeah, they beat him down. And they was mad, you know, he trying to get the police to get them locked up, but he was the one who started it. It was all on camera. And they was mad that Jake got justified. No, man, you always starting a mess.
Yep.
Now it's time
Hide
for
your
you
hands.
to get the judgment. The
That's how-
curses is falling on you.
That's how you know Esau was Cain. Because Cain killed his brother, then he turned around and complained and said, this too heavy for me. Like, nigga, you just went off.
But that's the Edomite spirit.
That's right.
Right? They never want, you know
Yeah.
what, when we cuss out the nigga woman from the non-accountability spirit, she got it from her master.
Yep,
Esau,
yep.
Edom, it's the master. When Yahweh says, where's your brother Abel? He said, am I my brother's keeper?
Lied about it.
No.
Straight
Straight lie. And then through the unaccountability, that's Esau,
Yeah.
Edom. His nature is not to take ownership of the difference with Jake. We fuck up. Matter of fact, they use it in the world today. They get the one cop, they get the other cop, the good cop, the bad cop. Put the guy, make sure you got a fresh pack of squares. Go ahead and get him a happy meal.
Italian beef.
You know, and the first, like, I ain't telling you, ain't nothing happened. So as he get his square, got a
Nacho
little drink,
cheese on that
little
bitch,
nacho
too.
cheese. The whole black folk in there. Raymond was in there,
Yeah.
Daquan, and Shanae too. I mean, go ahead and trick off on the whole squad. This is an age-old bullshit, but they won't take accountability. But Jake nationally will take accountability.
I got something for you. This Sirach 13:3. The rich men have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal.
Right.
The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
Right.
So Esau be dead in the wrong, man, and yet he still cursing and acting like he innocent, man.
Yeah, man.
That shit over with, man. The prophets.
No, keep going.
Not,
No, because that's what the nigga one got that don't want to take accountability from Zaddy Esau. And like the brother Malcolm brought out a couple years ago, the Breaker Bear, Esau fell for Okido. His dumb ass felt that 1681 white status and shit.
yeah.
What fucked him up and shit. And then his stupid ass, after that, got rid of all America food source, the buffaloes and stuff. And then he destroyed all the Jake towns and shit, flooded and burned them up shit. All right, what could have been another source of jobs and shit like that, food and everything. And then he want to turn around. And then also, he say shit when the Israel Knots established that fake ass stake over there, and America saw their money and resource over there instead of him and shit. But he want to make Jake the face his prophecy. The thing is, Esau don't want to look in the mirror and shit. And he trying his damn hardest trying to avoid that Isaiah 19:2. No, Esau, you're not going to avoid that Isaiah 19:2.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to fucking fulfill it. You're going to bloody fucking fulfill it. It ain't going to be no one fucking day you get tired. Y'all wave the white flag and all this shit. All right? Like the scripture says, it's going to be blood up to the brittle, man. You're going to blow each other. Those guns you got, you think you're going to shoot a bunch of NIGs and engines and spits with? You're going to use their guns to blow your asses apart each other away and shit, man.
I got it.
The brother hold the precept.
It's Genesis 4:23. It says, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And that's why all these people that attack these Edomites, the Carmelo Anthony's, the other, the chick they was talking about, they end up getting in trouble for that.
They get severely punished.
I just actually saw
even when they're in the right.
I just saw a thing on Instagram with the white girl saying, I think that white people are the people of Canaan because just because of that. I will have to dig it to find it up. But she said that she's like, well, because they
I
can't
must
hurt
have
nobody.
30 videos with women, mostly Edomite women, going in on Esau.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm about to play one now because a brother said it. When was America great? And I got this Gadite, and she the most Judite Gadite broad I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But she go. They even labeled her video sensitive.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds about right.
And it's about maybe 2 minutes long, with just her cussing out the so-called white man. All right. So you hold the scripture though, brother?
No, I have some history to go into.
Oh, okay. Come on. Well, let me play this and then bring out the history. That's perfect.
She be going in.
She gonna set the stage. All right.
When the fuck was America great? America
Oh shit.
was never great.
Hold on.
America was
The other
Oh yeah, y'all
Hold
been
on.
through.
Hold on.
Y'all been through on that.
No, it didn't sink to the
Speaking.
I think that's the, should I say Ariel or? should I say- I know the name, it depends on if it's Android or.
Y'all Bluetooth off.
Here you go here. Nobody, it won't connect to someone if you do it better. And then we'll do this, press this right here.
Hold on.
There you go. Put Bluetooth out. Click on the icon. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. No, you had it. Just had it. Right.
It's that Android shit.
Sound cool?
No, no, sir. Flip six. Yeah. That's a flip six. That was
Steve Jobs really said.
Y'all offended. I offended y'all.
You have to see it. You have to go all the way. I see you connected.
Couldn't connect. Couldn't see the zap.
That shit like it's
There you go. I just said, boom, you should be connected. You should be connected.
When the fuck was America great? America was never great. America was never great. All you guys did was kidnap kids, rape kids, sodomize kids, boil people alive, chop off hands, rape, genocide, left and right. And that was this week. That was this week, bitch. The genocide hasn't stopped.
Yeah, y'all been through.
Fuck, people are still getting shot in the fucking back, in the front, and the police are getting let off with no time. It's socialist, it's white. It's white supremacy at its finest. When the fuck was America great? America wasn't great since Columbus jumped off that fucking ship and his sociopathic serial killer fucking diaries about raping and shit. America was never great since y'all pulled up with the fucking boats. When the fuck was America great, bitch? Not in my lifetime. Not in my fucking lifetime. It's great for white supremacy. When the fuck was America great?
I hit something.
When the fuck was America great? America was never great.
Actually, that was enough.
Yeah.
I mean, she goes for a while, but she dropped some nuggets in history. I mean, she was, what no lies detected, and what's crazy is that, and that's a Gadite woman. I believe she's really Judite though, but
Bitch Chinese.
but but what's really crazy is the sentiment that when you getting that from Edomite women. Yeah. Edomite women are coming in the same sentiment as she is.
That's right.
And pointing out, white fragility and the right fragile, the weak fragile ego of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They calling them out on it, man.
Yeah, just laying back and off a couple points coming off the book the 24th. There was a scene initially when the cop, the local Houston PD, he had told Jake.
Cross.
He said,
Cross.
His first scene, he told him, he said, I'm from Fort Bend County, where niggas don't talk back to whites. And Fort Bend County is neighbor to Sugar Land. They was known for sugar plantations.
Yeah.
And
Made me
shit.
think of Candy. When I saw that, it made me think of Candy Land, because they say it's called a Sugar Land.
And you still got like prisons and shit out there in Sugar Land, which border Houston and shit. So you get locked up, you out there, they still getting free labor off of them. Still out there fucking working in sugar fields and shit. But just some quick history. I just had Googled Fort Bend County plantation slaves. It says Fort Bend County, situated in the fertile Brazos River Valley, which was the epicenter of Texas' antebellum sugar plantation economy. Driven by enslaved labor, the county had a black majority by 1850. The movie was set around 1917.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was prior. He made the statement. He said, these black college, these nigga college graduates.
He was mad.
He was saying that they coming up. This we supposed to still have them in the fields, and they starting to come back, man. Okay, but it says this brutal history of plantation exploitation eventually evolved into the convict leasing system in post-Civil War era of forced labor. All right, it says the demographics. It says by 1860, the county's enslaved population was 4,127, heavily outnumbering the white population. Enslaved people produced massive yields of cotton, corn, and sugar cane. Just bringing it out to show, man, yeah, that's a rich history out there. All right, you see Jake that's in that area now, and they proud, they got money, but they don't know this land full of fucking bloodshed and living off of the backs of your own people.
How many bones of your ancestors in that damn dirt?
I see something similar. I believe it's in Florida where they have the Haitians, where it's basically they're so poor that they just send them to work these fields for cash.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing that he said, but it's still going on because those Haitians have other people like that and make them work all those rough ass hours because it was basically like a murder case. But they went into how that little community, since it's mostly the employees of those sugar fields or whatever, that they basically let them govern themselves. That's why they end up killing each other. Or they turn to gangs because then what they do is they start turning on each other. But they basically have no rights because the police don't come out and regulate because they kind of let them kill each other and they just come pick up the bodies. That was the story of that first 48.
I mean, you still got chain gangs down south. That was the purpose of locking Jake up and putting the case on you. Because once you get a case on you, basically your rights are stored away. You like, you no longer, That's why I used to come to the neighborhood and put all on shit on Jake and frame you and shit. Because now you back in the system. You could be a free slave again.
This is Isaiah 42 and 22.
Man, that was a spirit I was going to call for. Go ahead, bro.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey and none delivereth, for soul and none saith restore.
Can I bring this out, Pops?
Good.
Just backing up with the brother Shakari and Pops, with the Elder Bros going into, especially that scripture. This the 13th Amendment. It said the 13th, and it was just Babylon's birthday, but it says the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified December 6, 1865. Now look, it says permanently abolish slavery and involuntary servitude across the United States. Now when you go down to 1, it says core text of the amendment, it says neither slavery or involuntary servitude except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist in the United States. So there you go, the prison industrial system, which the brother's going into. And like the elder bro was saying from Houston, my uncle, that nigga always got locked up here, but he got locked up in motherfucking Texas. And he was saying, he said, everything you eat, and you got jobs and shit in the joint up here, they put you to it, but he said, everything you eat on that tray, you grow. They send your ass outside, you gotta pick, and you picking. My uncle was down there, he was locked up down there for like 2 or 3 years, and he said they was on that shit.
Yeah,
this was in '99.
Same shit, he was locked up in Sugar Land. That was one of the main little prisons. They still had you out there, like you said. Everything they get, they gotta go out there and pick. And shit, man.
Yeah, to line back off what you were saying as far as in that history, like you said, they freed them and then they turned around. If you couldn't own land and be able to read and write, then they made you they made you a vagrant. And if you was a vagrant, that means you wasn't part of society.
Those are the Jim Crow laws.
Right.
So they can see how you. So you take a man and you don't give him employment. All right. And then when that man don't have employment, if he's walking around looking for employment, they would call that vagrancy.
That's right.
All right. Yep. So that Isaiah 42 and 22, it should really make you angry.
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody find that list?
I got you.
Okay.
So I just asked, give me some names of stockholders in private prisons, and the first thing it said was the 2 largest companies that have the private prisons are Core Civic and Geo Group.
Okay.
And then I asked
Core Civic and Geo Group. Okay.
So I asked,
hear that?
I asked for the names of like the people involved in this. It says Damon T. Henniger, Mark A. Emkes, George C. Zoli, J. David Donahue.
They got some little habits on.
Brian R. Evans, Michael Burry, and Jim Simmons are the main names that popped up in terms of like higher ups in those companies.
All right.
Fake names too.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, fake names.
More likely, because the internet is trying to protect the you know who. All right, but you already know who the stockholders are, who the ones who got the money in that. And so you can't be the victim and the villain. So the fact that Esau profits off Isaiah 42 and 22 is the evidence that he can't be the people of the Lord. That's just yet another one. All right, because they're not, there's not Edomites are locked away in prison houses like that, and especially those of the wearers of the smaller hats, especially them.
There was a brother that I was speaking with. He was telling me how, where he was at, a lot of the clothing had BB on it and whatnot. Come to find out that Bob Barker.
Yeah, I was in there with that Bob Barker.
Yeah, the soap too.
Yeah, the soap, the toothpaste, everything. The soap, the toothpaste.
Yeah, the soap says Bob Barker.
When you get that steak shit.
And Barker is his name.
Yeah, the motherfucker, the host of fucking, what was that?
They throw you that shit on the new.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if it's the same exact guy, but that's definitely the name on it.
Right.
Can I ask this real quick?
No, go ahead.
Because he ended up looking for individuals. But then under that, in the AI, it says top institutional holders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so these are the companies. BlackRock,
Yep.
of course you expect that.
We already know Vanguard and BlackRock.
Exactly.
Vanguard Group.
Yeah.
Then State Street Corporation, check this. Goldman Sachs Group Inc.
Oh yeah.
So how can you? So is Goldman? Any Goldman Sachs? Members are locked up away in prison houses and by the millions.
No, they own it.
They own. That's the point.
Exactly.
So there's no way.
The owner is locked up in his own shit.
Exactly.
It say Jake should be the tail, not the head, man.
That's right.
So if Goldman Sachs is invested in these prisons, they the head. They can't be the real Jews, man. So like, brother.
Now, there's a little bit more on this AI overview. The title of this section says Convict Leasing and the Sugar Land 95. It says, following emancipation, former plantations in the area were transitioned into state prison forms. Under the convict leasing system, African American men were arrested often for minor or fabricated charges and rented out to landowners. So they just take the plantations and turn it into prisons, and then snatching Jake up for bullshit, throw charges at him.
Lying on him.
Yeah.
Hey, we all saw the movie Life.
Yep.
And they do that here in Chicago. It's called the SWAT program.
That's right.
Instead of you having to go to the fucking jail, you plead out and say, do X, Y, Z, do SWAT. Do these many hours of SWAT.
Right, sure.
When you go to the fucking county, you go to the court, wherever it's at, it's different spots. Yep, you go to the court, they take you away, whatever, they take you clean, they have you clean up horse shit,
Side
off the
of the
roads,
road,
wherever the horse at.
road
And if
kill.
you're rich enough, they have you set up and break down, say they having like a gathering or something, you'll be set up and break it down for these rich private property owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you able to get these niggas to do this? Well, they supposed to be doing shit for the city.
They get it rented out.
You clean up the CTA shit. You do all this shit. They had niggas on the side of the road cleaning up
That's
horse
right.
shit from the horse trail.
Yeah.
They still got that here too. This everywhere.
Yeah, you see them
It's called SWAT, man.
You see them out there on the edge of the highways and whatnot, clean all that, clean all the garbage off the side of the highways and shit like that too.
I got a quick precept. This Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And
That's
everything
right.
y'all saying, that's exactly what they doing. They always put these unrighteous laws, and you doing all of these X amount of things for them to benefit Edomites. You're not benefiting nobody else, and not only just any Edomites, the elites. That's who you benefit. You putting back money into their company, so they get you to do cheap labor. That's what they do in the prison. Have you do all of this work for cheap, you ain't getting nothing paid, nothing but pennies on the dollar, and then they just getting richer and richer off of you. That's why they want you to
$20 a
be
month.
locked up. That's why they police our neighborhoods all the time. Every time you turn around, it's nothing but Edomites in your neighborhoods. Then you got Jake jumping on the train with these cops now. And now they becoming them. And then they just policing you, and everything you do, they trying to pull you over and lock you up for any little thing, man.
Well, Esau's best friend was the pen, because Esau know that he can't compete with Jake, so he has to put the laws in place to advance.
Well, the miscegenation laws.
Mm-hmm.
The first things that he did when they made up whiteness, right, when they declared themselves white, because even in the 1600s, so-called white women were choosing to be with Jake.
That's right.
So they had to. So think about it, man. Think about the power behind that. They had to make laws to keep their women away from Jake.
Yeah.
He's all bitch, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So some of these women were literally choosing to be, she's like, I'd rather be poor and struggle and be with this nigga than to be with your pale ass. Because at least I'm satisfied. Whatever was going on, she was, think about it, that's really heavy, man.
That's heavy as hell.
They had to make laws to make these women be with their own men. And they were crying, And so that's exactly what they did, and and then they put hell on the women. They made it, well, if you stay with them and you marry them anyway, your children will become slaves until their 18th birthday or some shit like that.
What a bitch.
That's what they did. So the women, and then it got to the point that didn't stop them. So they kept doing that, and so then the next step was, well, you yourself become a slave too. So finally the white woman was like, fuck, I guess we gotta go be with these little pencil dick motherfuckers. And that's what they did.
And they fucking hate it.
We back now.
And so now, yeah,
We back.
Hey, Mortimer.
And they been doing it. Well, he wrote, I forget his name, he wrote Romeo and Juliet, because he was Shakespeare. So he talking about getting with an Edomite woman. They hated that. That's why they hated Shakespeare so much, because Edomite women been
well,
one.
that's why they lied about him and said he was a so-called white man.
Yeah.
But so the evidence of that, when you think of Romeo and Juliet, or even more so, Othello, the Moor of Venice, man. What if white people were ruling? Ain't no way on God's green earth that you'd have got somebody like that police officer in that movie we watched, Officer Cross, would write a story about a Moor banging out a Christian Edomite woman.
Knocking the rocks off.
All right.
That bitch.
He gonna write a whole story about this love affair between a Moor and a white Christian woman. If that alone right there is nothing, you just use common sense, man.
And if you actually read the play and to hear the wordage, ain't no way. And I'm not about to go play it because I'm almost ready to go ahead and give my monologue,
And I have his great. I have his works too. I actually have 2 different books of Shakespeare's works, and one of them, I got it damn near 20 years ago, of Shakespeare's works, and then I went to the glossary, and in the glossary it had definitions, and one of the definitions, when it got to Cain, it said colored red.
Damn.
So they know that the mark of Cain. You understand what I'm telling you? It's telling you that right in that book, under the definitions in the glossary, he said Cain, colored red.
What book is that?
You know what? I'm gonna bring it to you and give it to you. Because I had it. I used it forever.
Here's the image, the real image of Shakespeare right here.
Yeah, look at that forehead, man. That's a black forehead.
And look at the hair.
Almost look like Elder Big Gag. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He called me yesterday. I talked to him yesterday. I talked to him last night. He sent his love. I talked to him last night.
That's around for the cameras. Make sure you keep it on. And
Yeah,
I got the book over here somewhere. I'm not about to start reading them.
He came back to Chad.
It's possible.
Or Spike Lee.
But that's the picture of Shakespeare. And this is how you go ahead and cut Esau. All you got to do is go back. Shakespeare wrote books. He not only plays, he wrote memoirs. You go into his memoirs and see how he described himself and others. And here he says, in his book, his own book, he said, I was mad at people calling me little black Jew boy. Why would they call him little black Jew boy?
Because he was a nigga.
Because he was a nigga and he was dark skinned and he was a man.
And all his plays was broke for black people. The thing was just you couldn't get around it with Othello.
Yeah, Othello was so on top of the nose. Because for us, we don't make a play talking about, hey, him and his blackness and him and his curliness or her and her. We don't say, hey, Shaquanda did something and did whatever the fuck. But sometimes they did through antiquity, and you go to a lot from Charlotte, Queen Charlotte, Sophia. They'll say her and her. She was more like Red Mom. They described her. Then they'll talk about this person. They'll say he's swarthy. They'll say, oh, this person they're tawny. Or this person, and you go back into the old annals of the dark so-called Middle Ages, the Dark Ages. You'll see many writings about King this, King Charles, King George, and they would describe him, the nobleman of this is the Duke of this is the he looked like this and that. And you go into the book Nature Knows No Color Lines from J.A. Rogers.
You know you're gonna make Scarfool's pussy hurt.
You know? And then you see all the pictures.
This clown right here.
Oh, let him the picture and let him hurt. Hurt at these pictures.
No, it's on my camera over there, but I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah,
that's all right, Pat.
His pussy hurt right now.
Somebody was getting beaten.
He's vaginal.
Somebody pass this around.
Pennies in the bunch.
Just to show some of the pictures, man.
Great job.
The proof is in the receipts, man. The proof is in the pudding. Right? The proof is in the precepts, man. Not in the rhetoric of Esau Edom, not in the talking points of any talking head. It's in actual facts, historians, the scriptures, and real tangible receipts, man. That's why they hate us, because that's what we do. We don't care about words. We don't care about talking. We come with the evidence, man.
Receipts.
Fictitious talking points.
And sometimes evidence ain't enough for these unbelieving ass, unreasonable ass people, man.
Just like it, bro. West Masala's second chapter. He said the transgressing of our education. He know he's teaching falsehood, so he don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah. What you said, Psalm 3:3 got deaf out of ears.
Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance.
No. Cognitive denialism. It's beyond cognitive dissonance. It's cognitive denialism. They straight out deny their nose on their own face. All right? That's straight up. They deny that up is that way.
Yeah.
All right?
It's just like Elton said, we don't got to show proof that we're like, fuck them.
Yeah.
That's you've already done that. Right. They can't show proof that they are. That's the problem.
Where your chains? Where your pictures of the chains?
Prove you're not an Edomite.
All right. Show me the whips, the scars on the back. Show me the shackles. Show me the why you run Wall Street.
Then why'd you lie about the Edomites?
Why'd you lie, man?
Within Christianism, you taught that the Edomites were done away with. Now Christians are trying to defend the Edomites, saying that they can make it.
Right. Which one is
what you got, Shimon?
The Spider-Man's.
This is Psalms 102:19. It said, "For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary from heaven, that the Lord behold the earth, to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to loose those that are appointed to death, to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem, when the people are gathered together in the kingdoms to serve the Lord." That's what he did, man. He's releasing us. This is it. From the chains that are bound us, man. From my
mental bondage.
And physically, in the physical evidence to back it up. Somebody get Isaiah 25:7 just to back up Shimon.
This is Isaiah 25:7.
All right, write this down, Scarfool.
And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
So all the Edomite lies, all the whitewashed history from the Dark Ages to medieval times, lying about shit. All right, lying about Look, let me tell you this, Scarfool, and I hope you write it down. All right. But you are not the Vikings. You are not the Irish. You are not the Scots. You are not the Brits. You want none of that, man. You want the Italians, you want the Spanish.
Everyone
You want
more.
none of that. Not originally.
You'll eat them out.
Because there's too much evidence. You want the Germans.
That's right.
You know, go read the letter that you're colonizing. Your four colonizers. Ben Franklin.
That's right.
Right. Your four colonizer. Ben Franklin wrote about it, about the people of Eurasia, of Asia. Go ahead, Capo.
This is paragraph 24 of the Observations of Mankind, written by Ben Franklin. It says, 24, it says, which leads me to add one remark. That
Do you have 23 by chance?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Read the second part of 23 down through 24.
Okay, I'll get it real quick. Real brief. Observations of Mankind.
Yeah, you want to screenshot 23 and 24.
Observations of Mankind, paragraph 23.
I believe they'll eventually remove this letter off the internet.
Some sound doctrine.
I got it.
Okay, he got it. Go ahead, brother. Start about the halfway point. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
So this is Observations of Mankind, paragraph, halfway through paragraph 23. Hold on one second. You talking about, and since the detachments of English, you want me to start there?
Yes.
And since detachments of English from Britain sent to America will have their places at home, so soon supplied and increased so largely here, why should the Palatine Boers...
Palatine Boers. Now, Palatine Boers are talking about the people from Palestine, and they call them black pigs. When you look up when you look up Moreno on the etymology online dictionary, it tells you Moreno. It says a Christian. It says a Jew or a Christian or a Muslim. Swine, because they're referring to them as Palatine Boers. So why should these people from that part of these black pigs? That's what they will call them.
Yep.
But go ahead.
It says, why should the Palatine Boers be suffered to swarm into our settlements and by herding together establish their language and manners to the exclusion of ours?
You write down these historical documents, Scarfoo, with your dumbass?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, why should Pennsylvania, founded by the English, become a colony of aliens who will shortly be so numerous as to Germanize us instead of our anglifying them?
Right, so Germanize us. So they worried about... Why are you worried about the way? I thought Germans was white. How Hitler's and shit. Right, because the Germans were not white to begin with.
That's right.
They became white after the fact, dumbass.
That's right.
Keep reading, brother.
And will never adopt our language or customs any more than they can acquire our complexion.
Right, so they were not pale, Scarfoo, with your dumbass.
That's right.
All right? Come on another brother's channel. You probably a bot anyway. Hide behind a fake name. You probably got 10 fake accounts just so you can talk shit.
Hey, I got one.
Weak ass punk.
Hold on.
Young punk.
French come from Frank. Frank means generous. When you crackers have been generous, you have been generous. You be fucking devils, man.
Exactly. But continue, brother. Hey, y'all tone that down, brother. Go ahead.
Paragraph 24, written by Ben Franklin. It says, which leads me to add one remark, that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionably very small. Obadiah, I have made you small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
That's right.
It says, all Africa is black or tawny.
That's right.
Asia chiefly tawny. America, exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so. It says, and in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion.
And that was the picture that was going around. This is icons and saints of the Eastern Orthodox Church over there from Russia to goddammit to Baltics to all goddammit to England, Scotland,
All throughout Asia.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, Europe is in Asia, dumbass.
Dumb nigga.
All right, there's no such thing as Europe. There's no such thing as the Middle East. You made that shit up, just like you made up whiteness.
That's right.
Hey, Salak, Elder Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Could you please get that book, Nature Has No Color Line, with the
But go
coat
ahead.
of arms that show swords.
He just showed that, bro.
No, because they got a new doctrine talking about swarty don't mean dark skin.
Oh, I've heard it. They trying to say it means something else. But what? Yeah. Now all of a sudden, swarthy doesn't mean, dark skin anymore.
Dark skin,
right? Because they remember they replaced they replaced Swartz with black, and now they're trying to replace Swartz. All saying because I had a fight, an argument with AI over the matter until they brought up olives. I said, not olive. Well, they were olive complected. I said, well, were they the green ones or were they the black and brown ones? Mm-hmm. Then I was saying, oh yeah, you got that was different.
Oh,
I was fooling y'all.
I was either green or black, and
they come in brown,
or sort of brownish. But I've never seen a green person.
Oh, that's an alien.
Right. I've never seen that. No, that's Star Trek.
So that
the green bitch in front of the
If you look at the fifth row, you see Swartz. You see Swartz in the last name. That's Swarty, man.
Correct.
Schwarzenegger, nigga.
That's
right. That's right.
And that means doubly
nigga, boy.
2 times.
All right.
Swarthy and nigger.
2 times.
What you got, brother?
I got the definition for swarthy and swart, and I added online.
Okay.
So for swarthy, the adjectives, it says dark colored or tawny. Especially in reference to skin.
Yeah, so they trying, like you said, they're trying to change. Swarthy cut them so badly that they're trying to now change the definition, but there's too much history written on it already. I got old ass definitions from old ass dictionaries that
You can't
because
go back and
matter of fact, in most modern dictionaries, that word won't even be there. All right, if you go most modern dictionaries, that word's not even gonna be there. Man.
One time. This is a long time ago. This is years ago. This is when I was still doing the furniture shit. This is over 10 years ago. I was cutting this Mexican nigga, right? And I thought he was a Mexican. This is when I first started kicking it with him. But we was doing some work late as hell. And then he was like, no, man. He said, but my father is German. He said, because I was cutting him with the truth, because he tried to come at me with some Mexican Catholicism. So I couldn't take it no more. I just got to whipping the nigga. So, and like a couple days, and a couple beatdowns, he was real humble. He was like, but see, I couldn't be no Mexican because my father's German. I said, German? I said, your father could be a nigga, shit. And he said, let me go to this store to get this hair gel. It's the only one I use. And the hair gel was called Schwarzkopf, blackhead. Yeah. When he grabbed me.
I know Schwarzkopf.
And I said, damn, you a nigga. And when we got to the register, the old lady looked at us. And she said, she looked at us and she read it. And the old lady was a German. And she told us it was so many thousand Germans when she left. When she left, she's like 80 years old. She said she left in like the 60s or something. Right. She said that she gave us the population of Negroes that was in Germany.
Read on.
It was wild as hell. Wow. Cause I said you might be a nigga. Then he hopped out the car and he said, I gotta go get this hair gel real quick. And it was called Schwarzkopf. And the lady at the register, it was just me, him, and a little old ass lady in there, and she read it, and she said, "This reminds me of my country." And I said, "I told you your daddy was a nigga." Yeah. That blew his socks off, no homo. That was wild. It was wild. Yeah. It happened just like that.
What? The thing is that most of the whites that I've encountered that find out that they are niggas or the chance that they might be, they be excited about that shit.
Now, rock and roll nigga.
Yeah, Steven Tyler. Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Yeah.
He said, thank God.
Should. Yeah. Because chances of Steven making it is highly unlikely. But we know we're still in the kingdom, though.
Yeah. This is an old conversation I saved with AI when they first added to Snapchat. It was a whole lot going on, and I finally asked, why were Germans called swarthy by Benjamin Franklin? AI says, Franklin, one of the founding fathers, made a lot of derogatory
founding colonizers, but
about Germans in his writings. One of the most famous is swarthy in his letter in 1753. It's not entirely clear why Franklin used the term to describe Germans. Possibly that he was referring to their skin tone or complexion, which may have been seen as being darker than other Europeans. Then it said it is also possible that he was using the term more generally to describe Germans as being unattractive or uncivilized. Regardless of the specific meaning of swarthy, it's important to remember Franklin's comments about Germans were part of a broader pattern or prejudice. So AI tried to make it sound like it's not black.
Of course.
Then I said he referenced skin complexion He literally said complexion in the letter and not just Germans. AI says, you're correct. People use the term complexion is to describe Germans and Europeans. However, it's important that skin color and ethnicity aren't the same thing. So he ended up agreeing. Then and I asked, why you hiding it? I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm simply trying to provide accurate and unbiased information.
That's bullshit.
I said, you said you aren't sure what he's talking about complexion. Then say he did mention it was complexion. You changed your stance. I apologize for any confusion. You are correct. Benjamin Franklin used the term complexion in his letter to describe Germans and other European groups.
Ooh. That's very powerful.
And you have to,
and I'm glad you saved that. You need to send that to me.
And you got to back into a corner.
Send it to this phone, not my regular.
You got to interrogate that.
You got to back AI into a corner. You have to ask the
and
right
I've
questions.
done it over and over again.
That's the only way, because they'll go ahead and do their program to spin you off. But if you trap them up, then they'll be
even
trapped.
more so, brother. They're programmed to defend the
little hats.
No, those are the smaller hats.
Yeah.
The dreaded
Hey, they asked AI one time to what they call AI to draw a picture of itself, and it was a little hat. It was a picture of a little hat. You know.
Those of the smaller hats.
Yeah, that's why you got to interrogate this motherfucker. So and you got to.
He still ain't catching it.
Yeah.
I know.
Bring it out, brother.
Now that's the definition for swart. It says Old English swart, black, being of a dark hue.
Oh. And ain't no way around it, man. Swarthy means those of a darker hue. And I've often done lessons where they replace swarthy with black. Because black, we've already broken down, you know, the wickedness, the evil sentiment that's behind the word black. It really had nothing to do with skin color. It had to do with everything with being evil and dirty and all these other adjectives, all these other synonyms. Whereas swarthy was literally talking about complexion. With black, you can, you know, well, just go read the damn definition. So instead of referring to you as swarthy people, they purposely called you black people, just like they call themselves white, and ain't nothing white about them. And not visibly, they're not white, and definitely by definition, they're clearly not white. Especially the part when it says without bloodshed, because there's nobody on the face of the earth that has shed more blood than Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, is that bitch nigga still on there?
I don't know. I think he finally
We ran up out of that.
He tapped out. He tapped out.
Started walking down the block with flamethrowers and shit.
So no, we gonna get ready to wrap it up, brothers. We're not gonna drag this one out. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Kwam Yasharala, Bob Babal.
Turn those machines off. Go to the cellar.